Hello. Today we have two microphones, two dynamic stage microphones, and I would like to have a bit of comparing. This one is the Sontronics Solo, uh, and on the other side we have the old but still gold Beta58. I say old but still gold because I've been using this mic for quite a lot of time, probably 15 years or more, and I'm still quite happy by this mic. But lately, I find I have a chance to listen to this mic, and I found it interesting. So I said, okay, let's get it and test it. And this is what I did. So I've been using this mic now. I've been using it for 2 weeks, a bit more probably, and let's do a bit of comparing. Okay, first things I would like to check because that is quite important is the handling noise. Okay, as you can hear, the Beta 58 is not great in this side. That was always a downside of this mic, honestly. It has a bit loud handling noise. On the other side, the solo is great. You can just hear probably this. That is kind of the surface of this mic is a bit kind of anti-slippery surface. But I don't think you're gonna do this on stage. So apart from that, I think the handling noise is great on this mic. Little thing that I would like to say is that we are talking about two dynamic stage microphones. This means that yes, you can, you want to find the best, like the clear mic, kind of neutral mic, mic that makes sound your voice natural. But at the same time, I can assure you that stage microphones are nothing but neutral, nothing but balanced. But that's okay. I mean, because they are made to survive in a stage environment, and that means that they need to reject the sounds around the other instruments. They need to be to cut through the mix at the same time, and also need to make your voice pleasant and help you do your performance. So when we say kind of natural or kind of clear and uh, yes, we can say that about these stage microphones, but we have to have in mind also this kind of stuff. So each microphone, this one but also this one, they are both not balanced, not natural. They have different responding frequencies. We have to check what is better for our voice, what we like more. So just to feel a little thing to say about stage microphones. Okay, let's go on. So was the handling noise. Let's check the dynamics. So if I, if I, if I, if I, if I, if I, if I. If I, 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 ah, 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 ah. Okay. Okay, sorry. About dynamics, I don't hear a lot of differences between the two mics in terms of distance of the mic and response. They are quite similar, looks like. One thing that I can say is that the proximity, the proximity, yes, it's a bit different. You can have a little bit more of proximity in the Beta58. And I don't want to say that is a bad thing, because usually when you say, oh, this mic has a great proximity compensation, proximity, I mean, like, obviously that kind of enchanting of the low frequencies when you are very, very, very close to the mic. But for me, it's not always bad. I mean, it depends, obviously, how much. But sometimes you can use this characteristic of the mic, especially, as I said, because you are on a stage. So you are your mic is not just a thing that can make your voice louder. Is an instrument, is an actual instrument. So you can use this characteristic, and you can go down and use this emphasizes of the best frequencies. So yes, a bit more or, as you can see, a bit less compensation in the proximity in the Beta58, but it can be not bad. Another things to say, and we are going to this now, is that in this case, when I go, like, you see that there are not a lot of so there is a bit more compensation in this one, but also you can see that there are more high frequencies, and we are going now into this because actually the main difference that I can listen between these two mic is the general, I would say the general EQ on these two mic, like the response on frequencies. And that is actually true, because if I well remember, the idea of the Sontronics Solo is to make a dynamic stage microphone that is kind of stage ready. This means that you should not need to make lots of EQ or things into your mixer or wherever you have to make the mic ready to perform on the stage. So this one looks actually like a mic with an EQ already installed, already made inside. So you can see there are a lot more high frequencies. It's more clear probably, and at the same time, this is kind of, I call it hi-fi sound, and at the end is nothing more that kind of some cutting in the middle of the EQ and open this sound that makes a bit sound of, stop it, that makes a bit sound like an EQ, sorry, an hi-fi sound. That is nice, but is absolutely a color, a characteristic of this mic is not natural. Is this mic sound in this way? As we said before. In the case of the Beta58, as you can see, the general sound looks a bit more close. So actually, yes, what I needed to do, and I always do when I'm live with this mic, is to use the EQ. I need to open the high, probably a little bit reduce the low frequencies. So you need to work a bit to have like the best setup with this mic. That is still okay. I mean, you can do that. But one thing about the frequencies of the Beta58, I have to say, I generally love this mic, but as you can see, there are two other main difference between these two mic talking about frequencies. One is that this Beta58 looks like emphasize a bit these medium high frequencies. If I'm now doing with my voice also kind of emphasize the sounds, the frequencies, but you can hear in my voice that when I you hear the frequencies in this one. That's not a bad thing, characteristic, and also actually is that kind of frequencies that can help you cut through the mix. So this probably was the idea of who built this mic, to make this frequency is a little bit more up to cut through the mix. And actually it's a nice things. It's also kind of, it sounds nice, especially when you EQ a little bit also and open the sound in this mic. It sounds nice. The Beta58 sounds nice. There's a reason why it's been used from like ages, and it's still used as kind of one of the most nice and good dynamic mic. Usually, you say like there is the SM58, yes, that is kind of the standard dynamic mic, and if you have that little bit more of detail of you don't know what, you go for the Beta58. That's kind of the usual standard of the stuff. Anyway, so this is a main difference. You have this R in this and not in this one. In this one, you can see a little bit of these frequencies. So Beta58, you have a little bit of emphasis in in this part. In this part is more this, okay? Just have an idea of the sound. Anyway, but the second thing, super important, is that the Beta58, the main downside, I would say, is that the Beta58 has these very high frequencies, these frequencies, that for me are quite bad. That was always always been the bad side of this mic for me. Like, nice sound, it's mellow, it's nice, but these frequencies I don't like at all. I don't know. For me, they sound like the MP3, low quality MP3. You know, when there is this kind of undetailed and in these super high frequencies. On this side, you can see that it's all okay. Also, I would say that this is one of the part of the mic that made a bit emphasize. Actually, if you think about this, should be the already EQ'd mic. When you open a bit the high frequencies, you're doing exactly this. So this part is okay. It reminds me a bit of the condenser stage microphones. That usually condenser is super opened in these high frequencies. One of the characteristics. So that was one of the things that made this microphone interesting to me. When I listened to that, I said, it can be maybe kind of dynamic that in some way catch some characteristic from a condenser. So maybe you can have a dynamic with all the pros of the dynamic microphones on stage, but with a sounds that go a little bit that clear and fresh sound that is more like the condenser sound. Anyway, especially when you do things like drums, for example, like vocal drums, obviously. You see that is kind of bad. I have nothing more to say. Like, you can do that, and I do, and probably I will do that when I have this microphone and it's okay. But I don't like that. Let's check about the plosive sounds. Pa pa ta pa ta pa pa ta 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 pa. I think they're both quite okay. I was a bit worried, honestly, about this in the solo, because I listened to some demo on YouTube, and it sounded a bit like a problem, this stuff, but honestly, it's okay. I mean, maybe not the best microphone at all in this kind of stuff, but it's okay. It's okay, absolutely okay. Okay, So now let's do a bit of test, like just singing through to listen generally the sound. I have to say that this mic has more volume than this one. So what I did, I level up the mic, but when you connect them like same levels, this is a lot more powerful in terms of volume. Okay, let's try this. It's very clear. I love it, see it is stay. Together with that going in a long, long way. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know about may just be passing fancies to go, and in time may go by. But almighty, our love is here to stay. Together we going in a long, long way. But inside the road kiss me crumble, Gibraltar me tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here too. Our love is here too. But our love is here to stay. Bum. Okay, I'm very curious about what you think about these two microphones. Very curious. So let's write thousands of comments. Write me what you think about what I said, but most of all about what you heard. Now, my opinion is that this mic is old but gold, as I said at the beginning. Is still a good mic. I have to say that this is quite old, but some bit more new version of this one, even if they are supposed to be the same, they are not exactly the same. I had a chance to sing with another singer, and we both have Beta58, but her microphone was like not old like mine, and we just plugged in the same mixer, one close to the other channels. And first of all, her microphone, her Beta58, was louder than this one. So I don't know if it's like was like the solo, but absolutely louder than this one. And also, it sounded a bit more pushing. One thing about this microphone that I like and hate, it depends, is that it's a kind of mellow microphone. So the sound is absolutely mellow, and I like, because I like that kind of sound. But at the same time, sometimes this not help you to go and cut through the mix. That's I had to say. So this mic, old but gold. Absolutely not about this part. I don't like that. There are way to EQ a bit, or maybe in some speakers, in some PA sounds better, or but generally that's not the nice part of this microphone. Absolutely. For the rest, okay, nice microphone, a good compromise between having a dynamic microphone and use on stage, and have a good sound, like clear and quite detailed. That's okay. About this one, the general sensation is that this is more clear. But attention, this is not more clear because it's more a quality microphone. Careful. I have to say that in some frequencies, in some stuff, the Beta58 for me looks like a better microphone. I don't know, a better microphone. But at the same time, there are some characteristics by this one that make you think, okay, maybe I go for this one. First of all, is that is kind of ready to go or near that. That is just an idea. I mean, you can obviously say I don't care at all because I can do the stuff on my mic and EQ wherever I need, and I have a microphone that maybe is a bit better, but can be an idea. But most of all, is like the characteristic inside this microphone. These frequencies that are clean, I can say, and the general sound that is more probably more modern. I don't know, this kind of hi-fi idea of the sound. So I absolutely want to sing more through this mic, get more, even more used, because I have to say that actually when I sing like I just did in this mic, my voice, it's been years I've been singing with this mic, my voice automatically go in the right way. uh, with this mic I'm getting used, but I'm still not 100% into that. It takes time. It takes time to feel and be natural with the response to the microphone, because actually there is a different response to what you do with this mic and what you do with the other. And you feel even more singing through it, not listening. I mean, also listening, but more singing. So, at the end, the Sontronics Solo, it's worth, it's nice, it's good. I would say that it's good mic. I would say that for the price is a very good mic. I would say that I still want to sing through it and have like later an idea of like saying, okay, who is the winner, the Beta58 of this one? For the moment, I just say there are different microphones and they have different downside or maybe more different positive side, and probably I will choose between them in relation to what I'm going to sing, to the situation, to the stage, to the speakers. I think I'm going to use in this way this microphone for the moment. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you for listening. Hope this was useful for you, and see you next time.